This is Derek Staley with ESFIworld.com here at the MLG Winter Championship, and I'm joined by EG's HuK. So you've obviously just finished up your games here against HuK. You came into this event before the Winter Championship. You were struggling for a bit for a while, but then you rebounded and you've been playing better. Can you talk a little bit about your thoughts on how you're playing right now?
Well, this MLG and my up-down matches, I played really well. I'm pretty much only losing games of stupid mistakes and stuff like that, or misclicks. Overall, my weakest matchup's PVT, but I think my PVT is pretty good. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to really show that yet. So hopefully IPL can qualify, but we'll see.
So in Korea, you had a little bit of an interesting situation after you got on EG. If I remember right, you were in the Slayer's house, but you had some problems with your computers, and you actually ended up back in the OGS house for a little bit. Can you talk about that and what exactly happened there?
It's not really because of computers. There's just a lot of complications with Slayers as far as like rules and certain things that were promised that were going to happen there didn't happen basically. I really like Slayers. I like all the players. I get along with everybody, but OGS is just a better fit for me right now, so I'm staying at OGS house. And I mean, I love both teams so much, so I'm really happy to stay either place.
Right, so you mentioned that your PVT is probably your weakest matchup right now. A lot of Terran players obviously feel that Protoss is very overpowered in that matchup. Can you talk about your thoughts on the balance of the game overall, as well as just that matchup in particular?
What you said, Protoss is over.
A lot of the Terran players right now are very vocal about the PVT matchup.
Okay. I think the vocal Terrans are probably the foreign Terrans because they don't know how to play. And I think the matchup's not that bad, but Terran has a lot more options and can really dictate how the game's going to go, where Protoss is very reactionary, and unless you play blind, like I know MC, he has really good PVT, but he doesn't really play a safe style. He'll just all in off 2 base, or he'll take a lot of chances, which I don't really like to do. Yeah, I forget whatever else you asked.
Just your thoughts on the balance of the game, even outside of that matchup.
Balance of the game's like really hard to determine. I just try to play my best, but I think it's pretty balanced. So.
Okay, so you participated in the Winter Arena before the Winter Championship here. Obviously, that's part of MLG's new format where you have players get seeded directly into round 5 of the winners bracket, as well as you no longer have the groups where players get sort of locked in throughout the year. What are your thoughts on the new format?
I think the new format's a lot better. It's I think most tournaments are going to take this route. I know GSL changed their Code S, Code A, so that there's a lot of new players going up and down constantly. I guess MLG wants to do that too. I think it's good. I just lost to HuK, and HuK's pretty much a pretty unknown person, and he's doing really good this tournament, so I'm glad that there's a lot of new blood and not the same old people always playing in tournaments. So I think it's a really good thing, and it gives a lot of opportunities to some lower level, less famous people to really shine and play well and do well in tournaments.
As you mentioned, you just finished up your games with HuK. What were your expectations coming into this event, and do you feel like you succeeded as far as having a successful tournament?
I made the mistake at Winter Arena to only focus on getting top 8, and then when I lost, I was really devastated. I'm really not happy right now, but I'm okay. Obviously, I just wanted to win. That's always the goal. I think I placed 4th, which is okay, but it's still disappointing. Just keep playing, try to get better, and hopefully the results come.
Your series with HuK was obviously extended series. Can you talk about that role, and also just do you go into games like that where you already start down 2-1 with any kind of a different mentality or different approach to the games?
I don't think anybody really likes extended series, but I can't really complain about it. Even going into the series 2-1, if Violet beat him, I would have been going in 2-1 against Violet instead of 1-2 against HuK. And 2 games before that, I played SOC and I started 2-0. So, it's can't really complain. It gives you an advantage, it gives you disadvantage. Even when I played against HuK, I thought I could come back and win, but he changed his style and I made a lot of mistakes. So I don't really have that big of a deal with it, and my mindset is always just to try to play my best. Of course, like if you're got to win 4 games in a row and they have to win 1, you just play super safe. But there's a lot of mind games to it, and it's way too complicated to kind of explain here. So yeah.
So over in GSL, you were seeded into up-downs in this most recent up-down tournament. Came excruciatingly close to qualifying for Code S. What's your confidence level headed into Code A as far as getting back into Code S this season?
I think my first opponent's HuK. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty confident. I mean, it's my worst matchup, but I'm playing really well right now. I think it mostly determines on my health of the day. Like if I get a good sleep the night before and I'm not sick or anything, then things should go well. Like, I've been sick this whole tournament. I was sick at up down, but I'm still playing pretty good. So just got to try to focus, keep playing, and, you know, if I play my best and I got a good mind, I should win.
A lot more GSL players are continually coming over to the international events now, basically making these at least half Korean events when it gets to the end of it. Do you have to adjust? Do you have to adjust your expectations at all when you come to these events and you see that there's half a code S's here?
Well, not really. I know, like, going into IPL, I'm kind of bummed because the open bracket's going to be so hard. I'm expecting there's going to be like an 8 bracket after group stages, and I expect like maybe one foreigner making it that far just because 2 full GSTL teams are coming over and there's a whole lot of Koreans coming over. But my expectations personally are always to win, and if I ever lost those expectations or felt like I couldn't win every tournament, then I probably wouldn't play. So, yeah.
Another hot topic of discussion right now is that Mike Morheim was recently in Korea visiting with OGN, talking about StarCraft 2 Pro League coming soon. What are your thoughts on the Brood War teams potentially switching in a relatively soon period of time, and do you think that's going to affect the Korean scene significantly?
Yeah, of course it'll affect it significantly. I think a lot of the fan base from StarCraft 1 will switch over to StarCraft 2 if their favorite player switches over. It's really hard to know if it's a good thing or bad thing from a player or community standpoint because Kespa is very unpredictable. They basically run by their own rules. They can come to the table like willing to negotiate, or they could just burn bridges and say like, we don't care, we're going to do what we want. If you don't like it, too bad. So I'm excited for new competition. Hopefully all the politics just let the players play and the community have fun. That's best case scenario, and I guess I'm looking forward to it, but we'll see.
Do you expect some of those top players to be able to dominate in a relatively quick period of time, or do you think it's going to take a little bit of a leadway until they're able to get back to the top of their game?
I think no matter what, there'll be like a few breakthrough players. I don't know if like the new blood from StarCraft 1 will just completely dominate. It's really hard to say. I know they're practicing right now already StarCraft 2, but it's a new game, and there's been players playing this game for like almost 2 years now or something. So it's really hard to say, but of course there will be a few breakthrough players that come.
What do you need to accomplish this year in order for it to be a success? Is it a GSL championship or nothing else, or can you do something else to be considered a success for you?
GSL would be the top thing, but I don't know. Like, it's really hard to say. I mean, even if I won 4 tournaments, like 4 MLGs or something, as long as I lose one, I'll still be disappointed. So it's really hard to say. If I won everything, I'd be happy. But if I win a few things, I guess I'll be okay.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Any last words?
MyEG.net, our sponsors, family, friends, fans, I love you. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.